There's reasons why the military doesn't deploy within the U.S., and if they did, your little good old boy system is not going to fare well for you. Understand that if active duty military actually get deployed within the United States, that weapon is not just pointed at other people, other countries. It's pointed at you.
Well, Staff Sergeant, you must have forgot your oath of enlistment, which is subject to the UCMJ.
Hold on, I'm in the wrong uniform for this. No, on second thought, I'm not going to subject you guys to that. So Mark seriously should have thought of a career in PSYOPs instead of infantry, because this isn't a bad piece of propaganda he's put together. It uses two main forms of propaganda that I refer to as the soundbite and evidence adjacent. When presenting an actual accurate picture, context matters, and Mark has cropped out all the context of that video.
Because everybody's on the edge of their seat, you've got millions and millions of gun owners that are ready to walk out and just start a complete fucking bloodbath. And we're beginning to wonder where our fucking military...
I mean, I'm no expert, but that sounded like a terroristic threat. Because not you talking about a bunch of gun owners going out and starting a bloodbath. Like, have you never heard of the Insurrection Act? There's reasons why the military doesn't deploy within the U.S., and if they...
So while Nuggets and Chicken may not be an expert, I am. And yes, that is a terroristic threat. So now that we add in the context, you can see how his piece is nothing more than a soundbite propaganda piece to make it look like Nuggets and Chicken is threatening civilians, when in reality it's a video about Nuggets and Chicken explaining what actually happens under martial law to a domestic terrorist advocating for martial law. Now, it is possible to clip a video without making it a soundbite for the purpose of propaganda. For example, I did that for his video right now. But you can add in the context, such as he talks about how Nuggets and Chicken is supposedly violating her oath. He even shows the oath, but leaves out one important piece. See, when we take our oath of enlistment, we swear enemies foreign and domestic. And a bunch of gun owners going out onto the street and starting a bloodbath would be enemies domestic. To add in more context, he switches into what I refer to as evidence adjacent. He talks about some of the militias that have held their own against the feds. This is evidence adjacent because we're talking about civilians holding their own against the United States military. And all the examples he used are from federal law enforcement agencies, not the military. Different tactics, different equipment, different training, and different results. He ends it pretty much by saying that if we did activate military, it would all be a bunch of pogues. For those of you who don't know what pogue is. And as a Marine, I can understand him not knowing how this would fully go down. Yes, the National Guard would be activated. And as soon as those bullets started flying, active duty would also be sent in. And I'm pretty sure the 101st and 82nd are not a bunch of pogues. So as long as Mark puts out propaganda, just think about it critically. As for being a pogue,